Good morning.
Good morning.
All right, as Mr. Harris said, my name is Jamaar Hawkins. I'm a native of Norfolk. All right, I'm from Young's Park. Anybody know what Young's Park is? All right, cool. All right, I'm from Young's Park. I've also lived out Park Place. I lived in Lambert's Point. I spent most of my life, I'm 31 years old, so I spent the majority of my life right here in Norfolk. All right, so what I do, why people know me right now, I'm a sports reporter. Who watches Sports Center? Raise your hand, who watches Sports Center? You watch Sports Center, the guys that talk about sport, the guys that talk about what LeBron did last night, the people that discuss and debate what sport. That's what I do. All right, I started out as a writer with the Virginia Pilot. All right, so when I took the job back in 2014, I was originally a school teacher, just like the teachers that work in your building. So I came right from being a teacher, director, to being a sports reporter. That was my dream. All right, that was something I always wanted to do. When I was 8 years old, so when I was in the second, third grade, like some of you guys are, my dream was to be a sports reporter, to write for my newspaper. Nobody from where I came from had ever been a sports reporter. No one had ever had a chance to write a newspaper, right? So I was the first person, not only in my family, I was the first person in my entire neighborhood that had the opportunity that I did. All right, so imagine wherever you guys live at, you're the first person to go to college. First person to go to the NBA, first person to go to the NFL. All right, that's how I felt when I had the opportunity to be a writer for the Virginia Pilot. All right, now that's not something that I went to school for. I didn't even go to school to be a writer. I went to school to be a teacher. Ask me why I wanted to be a teacher. Somebody raise their hand and ask me why. Because I like helping people. All right, I wanted to help people the way that I didn't get help growing up. Because there wasn't people like me coming back to the neighborhood and speaking. I didn't have too many guest speakers coming to my field day trying to teach me about certain things that it takes to be a professional athlete. I didn't have anybody that could take the time out of their busy schedule to come speak to me. All right, so that's what I wanted to do. I felt if I was a teacher, I could help people. I could inflict positive change in my community. That's what I wanted to do. But by the grace of God, I had an opportunity to be a writer. I had the opportunity to be a sports writer, something that was my dream, and I took advantage of that, right? So that's what I started as. I was the very first person from the Young's Park community to be a sports writer for the Virginia Pilot newspaper. When I took the job at Virginia Pilot, there was three black sports writers in the entire state of Virginia. I became the fourth. So these are things that I take pride in. And I started out in the school just like you guys. I went to PB Young. Anybody heard of PB Young?
No.
All right, you went there? I went to PB Young. I grew up in a single parent household. So it was just me, my mom, my brothers, and my sister. Right? That's all we had. So if you want to play in the NBA, how many people research the steps it takes to get to the NBA? All right, so Adrian, tell us one thing that you have to do to get to the NBA.
Work hard.
Work hard. All right, that's good, right? That's a great answer. All right, somebody else raise your hand and tell me what you got to do. We gotta be, hold on, let me say that one more. I'm gonna repeat that because I don't think everybody heard that. He said that you have to be good in school. How many people believe that?
Your record's gotta be good.
Right, that's absolutely true. What would your football coach say about you? What would your basketball coach say about you? What would your parents say about you? What would the janitor at your school say about you? Right? So these are the things that you want to think about, guys. How many people think that every single day they're doing what they're supposed to do to eventually become a professional athlete? How many people think that when they wake up in the morning, they're doing what they're supposed to do? Meaning, if your parents tell you to clean up your room, are you doing your homework? How many people come to class and you do all of your schoolwork? I understand you guys are young. Right now, you guys are young. A lot of the stuff that you're doing, probably the behavior you're doing, is probably because of your classmates, right? Probably because you're friends, you want to be with your friends, you want to hang with your friends, you want to act like your friends, right? Right now, I see guys over here, they're not paying attention. You know why? Some of them may want to pay attention, but because their friends aren't paying attention, they think it's cooler to do what their friends are doing. They're following their friends. Now there's actually, I bet you there's 1 or 2 guys over there, like, look man, I just want to sit still and listen to what this guy got to say. Because I know this guy, he's from Norfolk, he's from the neighborhood like I'm from. If he's made history in this area, I know that he got something important to say. I know I need to listen to him. But right now, man, I might not be ready because of the people I hang around. So guess what? Guess what I might need to start doing? Hanging around different people. When I was young, you better believe, growing out our Young's Park, there's plenty of people that don't want to be successful in life. There's plenty of people that want to get in trouble. There's plenty of people that don't want anything in life. But guess what? They ain't me. And that's the problem. They're not me. They cannot tell me what I can't be in life. Just because my friends are acting a certain way doesn't mean I have to act a certain way. I might need to get better friends or different friends. If I want to go to the NFL, and I know I want to go to the NFL, and I know my friend is not doing what it takes to go to the NFL, I don't need to hang with that friend anymore. If I want to be a good student, and I told myself coming into the school year, I'm going to be a good student. So if I want to be an athlete, if I'm giving 100% to being an athlete, what I also got to get 100% to being a student. Say it again. A student. Because I'm not going to be a good athlete if I can't be a good student. If I'm an unteachable student, you can believe I'm an uncoachable athlete. And that is a given. If I can't learn in a school setting, how can I learn in a team setting? How can I be a good teammate if I can't be a good student, right? How can I listen to a coach if I can't listen to my teacher? I know what I have to do. So some of the friends you're hanging around now just want to make you laugh while I'm talking. Those are not the friends you need to hang around. The people that are listening to me, and they're listening, they're really folks and they understand what's going on, those are the ones that are going to make it. Every day, man, I have a routine, right? Because routine is what's going to separate an average person from a great person. Successful people tell you that, great people, they'll tell you that. Every single day I know what I'm doing. I wake up 5 o'clock every single day, Monday through Sunday. Work out for an hour. I breathe. These are things I do every single day. I talk to my family for an hour, right? Then I get to work. I work from 9 to 12. Take a lunch, take a break, pick my kids up, right back to doing work. If I have an event, if I have practice, that's what I do in the evening. But every single day, I have a routine. All right? Your routine is what's going to set you apart from everybody, guys. Like I said, if you want to be an A student, you're not just an A student when you're in school. You're an A student by your habits before school, by your habits after school. I respect great people because I'm trying to be a great person. So I respect great people, what they do to get to that point. That's called quiet confidence, right? Y'all don't know what quiet confidence is. Quiet confidence is when you work so hard for something, when you practice so hard for something. Guess what? When you practice so hard for that game, you practice, dribbling, you're doing your push-up, you're doing your jump shot. When it's time for the game, what's gonna happen? You're gonna kill it. You're gonna kill it. Why are you gonna kill it? Because you work so hard, you practice so hard enough. The game ain't nothing but a culmination, guys. You guys are gonna have to find your why. So why do you wake up at 5 every morning? Why do you want to get a perfect score on your SOL test? Right? That's what your why is. That's your reason. Now, my reason for wanting to be successful is simple as my kid. It's a legacy. It's having an opportunity to come back and talk to you guys. So hopefully, somebody in this room could take my spot one day. Somebody could be the 5th black sports writer in the state of Virginia. Somebody could be the 2nd sports writer, second writer from Young's Park to make it in the Virginia Power. Right? Somebody can come behind me and win the USA basketball tournament again. Somebody can come around behind me and be on the news 10 times instead of 4 like I've been so far. It's always about improvement, guys, it's about progress. You have to make sure what you want to do, what you want to do in life is what you want to do. This activity, it is called the race of life. Alright? It's called the race of life. Like a race, right? Right? Alright, this is called the race of life. Alright, so this is the first question. Take 2 steps forward if you live with both of your parents. How many got honor roll on your last report card? Take 2 steps forward if you pass all your SOL tests so far this year or last year. How many people have parents that own their own business? So they own their own business. How many have never gotten a phone call from home for bad behavior? How many participate in activities outside of school? So if you do anything like sports, gymnastics, dance. How many people get money from your parents every single week? Like every week you get some allowance from your parents. If you have your own room, take 2 steps forward. If you read at least 1 book per month, take 2 steps forward. This activity is really why it's called, and we don't have a lot of room, so we can't really do it, but why it's called a race of life, guys, it kind of shows you, compared to your peers, where you're at right now. And a lot of these things is because of stuff you can't control. But can I control whether I get good grades on my report card?
Yes.
Can I control whether I choose to do extracurricular activities?
Yes.
Yes. Because right now, life is good for Jacob. Jacob lives with both his parents. Jacob's parents got a job. Jacob got his own room. Jacob get money every week. Jacob read books. So right now, life is good for Jacob. A lot of the times, you're going to have to get out your own way. And then whether that's separating from your friends, whether that's deciding to be a better student, a better brother to your sister, right? A better son to your parents. That's a part of life. Because trust me and believe, Adrian is not going to be in the NBA until Adrian improves other aspects of his life. At 31 years old, I wasn't ready to be the type of person I am now because I hadn't improved every aspect of my life. I didn't work on every point of my life. I wasn't going to church like I was supposed to. I wasn't a good husband and a good father like I was supposed to be. At this time, I didn't last year. But what I know is that you're more blessed, right? And you're great at the other things you want to do when you start focusing and putting 100% into everything. So like I said, if you want to be an athlete, what do you have to put 100% into first? Being a student, right? You have to be a student first. Now, everybody that said they want to be in the NBA, right? Raise your hand again, you say you want to be a professional athlete. Now, I count probably about close to 20 hands that's raised. I'm not just competing against the people in my schools. I'm competing against other people, competing against people in other schools. I'm competing against writers in other states. For ESPN, right? For Fox Sports. Yeah, I like watching Shannon Sharp, but I'm also competing against him for a job too. So another thing I want to talk about is kind of confront your fears. A lot of people aren't great at what they do because they're scared of being great at what they do. They're scared of putting their first foot forward. You're not scared? I mean, it sounds good in theory, but even myself, I'm 31 years old, guy, and I keep repeating that because I want you to understand, learning never stops. You never stop improving, you never stop growing. I'm 31 years old. I learn something new every day. I've always believed in outworking people, right? I've always believed in that. Like, that's all I ever know. I've never tried to, I don't cut corners. If you work hard, if you work up at 6, bro, you can't believe I'm gonna wake up at 5. If you wake up at 5, I'm gonna wake up at 4. If you taking 100 jump shots, I'm gonna take 200 jump shots. Why? Because I'm going to be better than you. I've told myself I'm going to be better than you. 4 things. I just want to leave you with 4 things. Number 1. Appreciate the little things, right? Don't get caught up in trying to go to the NBA that you stop appreciating the little things it takes to get you. So appreciate the rec level. Appreciate AAU. Appreciate your coaches that's going to help you get to that level. Guys, appreciate the little things because you'll forget about the little things. So busy looking at the bigger things. So just appreciate the little things. Like I said, number 2, something I want to leave you with. Try hard until your harder is the hardest you can try. All right, just remember that. Try hard until your heart is the hardest you can try. Number 3, nothing's ever as good as it seems. Nothing's ever as bad as it seems. Somewhere in the middle is reality. All right? So you're going to have good days. You're going to have bad days. But just try to stay even, right? Try to remember where you're trying to be in life. You just leave it at that. And this is the last thing, very last thing I want to say. Now this is very important, guys. This is very important. If you are going to fail, make sure you fail doing something you want to do. All right? Don't look at failure as that you lost. You take that loss, you take it as a lesson, and you learn from it. All right? I just want to thank you guys for giving me your time today. I definitely appreciate you guys. Thank you.